Hi, I'm Shanine.
Hi, I'm Paddy.
And I'm Gareth, and this is Quiz Chat. And with us today is Jon Stitcher of the Online Quiz League. Hi, Jon.
Hello, everyone.
Why did you feel the need to set up an online league yourself?
Well, every Sunday for as long as I can remember now, my local pub where I play in the Wirral Quiz League have had a little friendly on a Sunday evening. And a lot of the people who play in that are in their 70s, so we're already in the shielding category. But this weekly friendly was great fun to all of us. We really enjoyed it. And I said, well, let's take this online and see what we can do. And the first week we did it was as soon as lockdown started, and it worked fine. Everyone was really pleased, and I thought, well, we're going to have no quiz leagues for a long time now, so why don't I set something up for everyone to kind of have a go at? So I thought, well, why not? So I set it up thinking I'll probably get 12 teams in, and that'll cover the cost of the website and the setting and everything, and we'll see how we go. And we ended up with 28 teams for the first season, and then the expansion league took us up to 36. And I thought, okay, well, let's keep this going. And the second season had 54 teams. We had loads of new teams come on board. And it's now at the stage where I think everybody's realised that there's a place for online quizzing, even once we're back in the release, because it's giving people the opportunity to play against teams they're not playing against week in, week out. So you've got the team up in Edinburgh who aren't in part of the quiz league at the moment, and they're getting to play against some great teams and friends of theirs from down in London, up on Merseyside, other parts of the country who wouldn't normally get to play against each other. And I think that's what's working so well on it, is it's a chance now for people to play with or against people they wouldn't normally get the chance to. And so my intention now is to keep Online Quiz League going indefinitely. As long as there's enough teams going that it's not losing me money each time, then it will keep going. And any extra comes in is a welcome bonus, really.
So for the benefit of anybody watching who doesn't know how Online Quiz League or QLL or any of these acronyms we throw out work, it's a team game, 4v4. And there are 8 rounds, and each person gets asked a question in turn, and you can't discuss with your teammates. And if it's not your question, you signal, fist if you're certain, and fingers and whatever. So it's a format that actually works really well online, because you don't need that physical proximity or the ability to discuss things, quietly in a huddled corner like you would in a pub quiz. How many people do you get a sense of people who've come to this form of quizzing completely new over this period?
Well, we've launched this in America, and America did not have this format before, and they are absolutely loving it. We've got 54 teams in America who have never played the format before, who are finding it, they're really enjoying it. They can't wait for season 2. This is going to keep going there, and they'd like us to set it up in person in America, which I don't think I personally can, but there's no reason why they can't. But just in OQL UK, there's plenty of teams who've never played the format before. We've got 5 university quiz societies. We've got teams of 6th form students, other people who are brand new to this format, never played Quiz League before, who are loving it. They find the format working great, and they're playing against people as safe from all over the place. And luckily, almost all my teams are very nice people. So, each game is played in a very friendly atmosphere. I'm not getting complaints about people being too strict or not enjoying the match because of the way the opposition played. Everyone's treating each other with great respect, which is testament to the quiz community. And also we're finding that those more experienced quizzers have been really welcoming to the newer ones. And I'm getting regular comments from the newer quizzers about how they're loving that people who they've seen win 15-1 series, people they've seen on other quiz shows are reaching out to them, offering them advice, helping them get better. And that's testament to what a lovely community we have within quizzing. And it's really worked so well that I've been amazed at how well it's gone. Before I started, I had a bit of a mini panic attack because I had 20 teams registered. I was like, wow, okay, I've got to make this work properly now. I've got to do a good job. I was like, okay. So I went to calm myself down for a little bit. And I was just, every week at first, when the quiz went live on the website, I was waiting at the computer thinking, what's going to go wrong? What's going to go wrong? What's going to go wrong? And it just hasn't. And I've been amazed. And then this has been the real big first drama, which we won't go into any further. But I've been very blessed, really, with just how everybody's bought into the format so far, and everybody's been coming to me, talking to me about it, which I've loved. And the format does work very well online. I think the only format that works better online is Mimir. But this format is working really well online. It's allowing the leagues to keep going, as well as having this additional league alongside it, which will hopefully keep going as long as we can.
So when COVID's over and we can go back to some sort of normality and physical leagues can resume, I would imagine there'll be a lot of people who played OQL who will then be looking around for a physical league to be joining. So because I know you've been involved in the Merseyside Quiz League as well. Mm-hmm. And obviously you're not trying to kill the Merseyside Quiz League or any other kind of physical quiz league. So it could do a really good job as being a shop window for the format, and then getting people used to it so they're confident enough to turn up to a pub on a drizzly Tuesday night and find a whole bunch of beardy blokes sipping real ale and talking about Fairport Convention or whatever it is that it might be. If I was coming up with a cliche, but you know, I think it can only be a good thing in that regard.
But that's what I'd love that to happen, because I'm the chairman of the Wirral Quiz League, which is part of Merseyside Quiz League, and the real issue that we've got is that teams are literally dying off. You know, I'm 40 and I'm one of the youngest players in our league. We're losing on average in Wirral one team every 2 years. Warrington have gone from 75 teams on a wait list only 30 years ago to 12 teams. And something's got to be done. So if this can encourage newer, younger people to join leagues, I mean, we've got one team who are really, really keen. They are bottom of the 4th division. They've not won a game this season, but they are absolutely loving it. And I've put them in touch with the people who run the Leicestershire Quiz League, because they're looking for a physical league once COVID is over. So that can only be a good thing. And I'm really hoping that this will help give a boost to the quiz leagues, because teams play the format, like the format, want to do it in person, because I've missed it. I've really missed my quiz league matches, and as fun as online is, it's not quite the same. And I can't wait to be quizzing in person again. But I'm hoping that people will still want to do online one night a week, in person another.
Shanine, you've only ever done online. Would you be tempted now to do physical?
Yeah, I mean, the hybrid model I think could work, particularly for younger quizzes, of which even in the London League, I think there's a special like under 30s list, which I am not on, and there's about 3 people on it, which is like, this is a big league, this is London, it's full of students and young people, and it is a bit strange that it doesn't attract. And I think it's an awareness really, and maybe quizzes are more likely to search online. And as I've kind of said previously, I think there is a social anxiety issue. So if you're kind of comfortable doing it online, then you might be willing to then go physically, or vice versa. So I would really like to see a hybrid where you go, right, one night I'm online, I can definitely do that, and then maybe every other week I can offer my services physically, you know, to a team. So yeah, I think there is a long-term future in it. I think for me, it's because I haven't done the physical yet. I'm more comfortable online now, but I certainly am quite keen when it does go back into pubs to try that format as well, because I think it's clear that we've lost a lot of quizzes by moving online, that there's a lot of people who just aren't comfortable with it. So if you can have both for people who want both, then that would work, because I think maybe that is what's put people off. I certainly don't think I would have had I wouldn't have been bold enough to walk into a pub and go, yes, I'm in your team now, and I'm going to try and impress you with my knowledge. Like, that wouldn't have occurred to me. Whereas I feel slightly less pressure online at the moment.
And Paddy, you've kind of gone the other way, in the sense that you've moved from an area where there's a physical league, and you've moved up to Scotland, and there isn't a physical league there. So at the moment, you can still play QLL because QLL is online, but there will come a point where you won't be able to physically participate in QLL. So for you, something like Online Quiz League will be your only real option, won't it?
Well, I think like you've been saying, the hybrid option is really the way to go. And I think that once, hopefully, please God, when we're out of all this, I think, the two things will complement each other. I think that, there'll be people that have caught the bug of online quizzing, and they'll want to do it in their local locations. It'll be the same in Glasgow. Like we'll set up a GQL at some point soon. We've got we would have the basis for a few teams here, But it has been fantastic to be online and to, there was one week where I had a different quiz event on every day on Zoom, or sometimes 2 a day. So it is, the choice out there is fantastic. And certainly, well, it was something that happened even just outside of quizzing. Whenever we were kind of putting that first spring lockdown, there was just this sort of a freedom took over, and I was going, hold on a minute, it's like, I had the feeling that I'm going to call my friend in Toronto today. I mean, like, why wouldn't I do that? It's somebody who's in Clapham is as far away from me really as they are. So why don't I do more of that? So there's been something I think about the whole kind of COVID situation has, kind of opened up all new dimensions to it. And it is great to see people, and, it's been such a great thing. I'm an OQL sort of as a reserve team member for that Edinburgh team you mentioned, John, but also I'm in the OQL USA, which I love because I love sort of Americana and all that sort of stuff. So I've got a game with my team, Sinead O'Connor and the Pips tomorrow. And I'm the Sinead O'Connor and they're the Pips on account of them all being American. But, so it's great to sort of have that. And, like you say, it is that fantastic atmosphere. And yeah, like it feels like some sort of Christmas special where all your favorite characters, appear in the one show like they normally do. So it's, an OQL on Wednesday night. I saw a bunch of people that I used to quiz with and work with actually in the Wellington Quiz League, So it's fantastic. It's like it's opening up your Zoom and, then you're in cheers all of a sudden. It's great. And, and pursuant to what we were talking about before, it's, so it's one of the reasons that topic is so vexed is because it, flies in the face of what we love about quizzing. And that is that thing of, people going in, whether you've known them for 10 years or whether you've never seen anybody before. And, you're having a joke with a rank outsider as much as you are with, the latest mastermind champion. You can do that. And it's there and everybody is, treated equally and everybody is there for the love of it. So it's been, it really has, busted open a whole new dimension, I think, for a lot of us. It's been really great, really great.
Okay, so John, you've been successful in the UK, you've been successful in the US. I think you're coming to the end of a season now in OQL UK. So what does the future hold for OQL?
Space.
Oh, well, domination. The plan at the moment is we are hoping to launch individual competitions to run regularly through the year. But one thing that I feel is missing at the moment from the current quiz circuit is something aimed purely at lowbrow quizzes. So pop culture, sport, entertainment, lowbrow literature. We're going to introduce a Mimir format based at that, and we are hoping to have one run in the UK, one run in the USA. It'll be 5 weeks of qualifying and then straight to knockout based in tiers. So your knockout stages will be against players who should be similar ability, and we'll have several winners each cycle. Hoping to start that in January. There's another thing I'm hoping to start, but I can't talk about. But if it happens, I'm extremely excited. But yeah, I can't go into any more detail, unfortunately, until it is confirmed. And I don't know whether it will or will not be.
Thanks a lot, John, for coming on and sharing about OQL and speaking quite honestly about a lot of the issues. And congratulations on what you've achieved. I think you have genuinely achieved something with OQL over lockdown. You built something at a time when a lot of other things are falling apart. So thank you very much, John.
Oh, I'm just thanking everyone for playing. It's without them, there's no league. So great.
By the way, on your whole lowbrow Mimir, I mean, the phrase "shut up and take my money" comes to mind. So.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching this video on all things quiz. If you enjoyed it, please click the like button. And if you really enjoyed it and want to see more like this, then click subscribe. And to the left, you can see some other videos you might enjoy.